Hi everyone. We are coming to the last chapter of our non-detailed, novel Adventures of Tom Sawyer. Do you remember the first 7 chapters that we have already seen? I hope you have gone through and studied also. I hope you have written those paragraph answers in the notebook. I expect everybody to write those paragraph answers in the notebook. 5 questions, 5 answers, just 5 sentences enough. Sometimes 1 sentence also, sometimes 1 word also will be sufficient. That will bring you 1 mark each. 5 marks guaranteed. Then an essay that you are going to see at the end of this chapter. I hope you have prepared, gone through the videos, read the lessons also chapter wise. Okay, I hope you have done that. First chapter, do you remember that? Whitewashing a fence. Whitewashing the fence. Okay, and the trick played by Tom Sawyer. Second one, Tom and Huck meeting Huckleberry Finn and coming to school late. Third one, graveyard, at the graveyard. The turning point of the story. Okay. Fourth one. What's the fourth one? What's that? Jackson's Island. They go to an island in search of a treasure. Yes. Next, fifth one, the trial. Yes, our Muff Potter is proved to be innocent, and Tom plays a vital role in that, and he becomes a hero. And sixth one, the haunted house. With the romantic ideas, they go to an old house to find some treasure. And seventh one, McDowell's cave. Yes, Tom and Becky isolated in a cave. Yes, and they went for a picnic. The children all left, and Tom and Becky were alone in that cave, McDowell's cave. And the 8th chapter and the last one. Yes, the treasure. Let us see whether they really find the treasure or how were they able to manage that. Okay, the textbook, all of you, page number 115. 115. Page number 115. Chapter 8, the treasure. Yes. So they are trapped in that cave and they did not know how to escape from there. Okay. Tom went into the dark tunnel. The story goes on. He saw a light and heard a noise. He saw a light and he heard a noise. Who is looking for us? He doubted. Someone was looking for them, he thought. Suddenly he saw a hand with a candle. Suddenly he saw someone with a candle in his hand. Then he saw the man. It was none other than Injun Joe. Yes, heroes meeting with the villain. It is none other than Injun Joe. Yes, whom Tom is afraid of. So he really meets Injun Joe. Okay. Tom was terribly scared, frightened. He did not know what to do. But it was dark and Injun Joe did not see Tom. Our Injun Joe was with a candle and Tom was in the dark. As our Injun Joe was in the light of a candle, Tom could see him, but he could not see our Tom. Injun Joe went away quickly. Tom returned to Becky, but he did not tell her about Injun Joe. So Tom saw that Injun Joe is there in that cave. Yes, it might be the place where he was going to hide. Maybe let us go and see. Let us see. Okay. She was very weak. She was very weak. He did not want to frighten her by the horrible news that the greatest villain, Injun Joe, is there in that cave with them. Not nearby, but in another room. It was Tuesday, and in St. Petersburg, everyone was worried. What happened to our Tom? Everybody was worried. Where were Tom and Becky? Where had the children gone? Many people from the village went to the cave and looked for them. Many went in search. And many were searching for him, and they looked for him, for them, but they could not find them. Unfortunately enough, they could not find Tom and Becky. Mrs. Thatcher became very ill. Yes, Becky Thatcher. And Aunt Polly's hair became white. She was so sad that Tom is missing. Yes, she is so fond of our Tom. Though she may scold, she likes him so much. She is so fond of him. So she is very sad, and her hair became white and the whitest maybe. Okay, because of this disappointment and all those things. Yes, her hair became white. Then on Tuesday night, there was a lot of noise in the street of St. Petersburg. They are here. Becky and Tom are here. At the end, they came back. Cried people happily. No one went to bed that night. Everybody was celebrating. The return of Tom. Everyone listened to Tom's story. Really, what happened? He is going to narrate about his adventure in the caves. Adventures of Tom Sawyer. Everybody was listening to the adventure of Tom Sawyer. We were lost for a long time, he narrated. We were lost for a long time. We were hungry and scared. So hungry we were and scared also, frightened of Indian Joy and many other things. Not Indian Joy really, as we are isolated, everybody else left. Then I remembered the string in my pocket. Suddenly, I remembered that I had a long string in my pocket. I used the long string to help me. Yes, I used the long string to help me. I went down many tunnels, and I always returned to Becky because I followed the string. Many rooms are there, many tunnels are there. He would tie the string on one's end, and he would follow, go to tunnels. Releasing this string in his hand so that he can come back to the same place. Is it not so? As you are flying a kite, See, as the kite flies higher and higher, you release the thread. Okay. As the kite comes down, you wind it. In the same way, he was winding and unwinding. So, unwinding when he goes to a new tunnel, and when he returns, he would wind that string so that he won't lose his way, because string is with him now. It's the best way to not to lose his way in that so huge and confused tunnel and the cave. Yes, so intelligent of him now. So intelligent of him. Why? Okay. I use a long string to help me. So using the long string in my pocket, I made sure that I did not lose the way. You can imagine how it happened now. So he goes to one room, then from there another room. If the string is there, he can wind that string and come back to the same place. So starting when he can come back. So in that way, he made sure that he did not lose his way in that big long cave and different tunnels. So intelligent of him that he managed to come back to the starting point where Becky was. Yes, I went down the many tunnels and I always returned to Becky because I followed the string. Then I found another entrance to the cave. Surprisingly enough, he found a small entrance to the cave. It was very small and it was near the river. At the other end of the cave, one could escape to the river. A small entrance was there which nobody knew. Nobody has any knowledge about such an entrance which opened to the river. Yes, a small entrance was there and he found it. Our Tom found it. Tom and Becky were happy but very tired and hungry. Though they were happy, they were very tired and hungry also. Becky stayed in bed for many days because she was weak. So, do you understand how they were able to escape? So, first they got confused, they were not able to return to the main entrance. At the end, he thought that he had a long string in his pocket. Small children know, for flying kite, etc., they would have, roll of string in their hand. So then, he made sure that he did not lose the way by using the string. He would tie it somewhere very near to Becky, and he would unwind the string, and he would go to many tunnels to find a way. Wherever he goes, he would wind that string and come back to the starting point. Very easy, no? Yes, it was so intelligent of him. Tom and Becky were happy but very tired and hungry. Very tired and hungry. Becky stayed in bed for many days because she was weak. Tom stayed in bed for a few days too. Tom also stayed in bed for a few days. Sometime after the adventure in the cave, Tom went to visit Becky. After some time, he really went to visit Becky. Mr. Thatcher asked Tom, "Do you want to go to the cave again? Do you want to go there once again?" "Oh, I am not afraid of the cave." Courageously he declared, "No problem. I am really not afraid to go to the cave." That is a way, is it not so? When you meet with a danger or dangerous or risky situation for the first time, you will be a little frightened or confused or worried. When you have overcome that and when you meet same type of a danger, you won't be frightened again. That will give you the courage and ability to meet with bigger dangers, bigger risk and bigger, problems and difficulties. That is what. So you should be facing the problems and difficulties so that you will be able to face better, bigger problems and face them and come out successful. So now Tom says that I am not afraid of any cave. I can go anywhere I want. I have the courage to go there and come back also. Yes. "Oh, I am not afraid of the cave," said Tom. "Well, nobody is going to the cave again." Thatcher said, "No need. Now nobody is going to the cave again. There are big doors in front of the entrance now. I have arranged big doors at the entrance. Till now, it was kept open. There was no doors. Now Thatcher has constructed big doors in front of the cave so that children won't go there and they won't get confused and they won't lose their way. Yes. And I have the keys. Don't worry. When we want to go, we can go. And the doors are there, but I have the key also," said Mr. Thatcher. "What?" Tom's face became white. He was shocked that, the door of the cave is locked. "Is something wrong, Tom? Any problem?" asked Mr. Thatcher. "Injun Joe is in the cave. Do you know? The villain, Injun Joe, is in the cave," cried Tom. Now he suddenly remembered that with him, our Injun Joe was there in the cave and he was hiding there. Many men from St. Petersburg went to the cave. So as they got the news that Injun Joe is there in the cave, the villain who ran away and escaped from the court is in the cave, people gathered together to catch him and opened the big doors. And they together came to meet and catch Injun Joe. And they opened the big doors in front of the cave. They found Injun Joe on the ground. He was dead. What happened to him? Is an answer, paragraph answer. What happened to him? He was trapped in the cave and he was found dead. Okay, now what really happened? Our Thatcher constructed or arranged big doors in front of the cave and locked it, not knowing that Injun Joe was inside. As Tom had met him, you see, in the cave, Tom knew that our Injun Joe was in the cave. And people gathered together and went to catch Injun Joe, but he was found dead. Don't forget this, he was found dead. As he was trapped in the cave, People came to catch him, to meet him, but he was found dead. After Injun Joey's funeral, Tom went to see Huck. Funeral ceremony is over. Tom went to see Huckleberry Finn. Now that Injun Joe is dead, we will never find the money. It remains a secret that the treasure they found still remaining hidden. Nobody knows where it is. Yes, we would never be able to find that treasure again because Injun Joe is dead. Yes, listen, Huck, said Tom. I know where the money is. Then Tom said, you see, I know where the money is. Really? Asked Huck with big eyes in half disbelief. He couldn't believe that Tom knows where the money is. The money is in the cave. No doubt, as our Injun Joey was hiding there in the cave, the money also might be in the cave. I saw Injun Joe in the cave. I saw him in the cave. Why was he in the cave? Why? Why was he in the cave? Because he took the money there. Yes, he was in the cave because he took the money there to hide it. He wanted to hide it. You see, that is why he was there in the cave. Said Tom. Say it again, Tom, said Huck. Tell me once again, what did you say? The money is in the cave and we can take it. Yes, no doubt. The money is in the cave and we can take it. But we will get lost in the cave. How can? Without being known to others, we cannot. Because we will be lost in the cave. Okay, said Huck. No, we won't. I have got candles and a long string. The trick of Tom. That is the way he was able to do all the heroism. He would tie the string on one end, he would unwind it and go to wherever he wants. He would wind it and come back to the same place. He won't be lost in the cave, in the numberless tunnels, etc. and etc. Okay, we won't. I have got candles and a long string. Let us go and get a boat, said Tom. First, let us go and get a boat. They took a small boat and went down the Mississippi River to McDowell's cave. They went there, took a boat and went there to McDowell's cave. Look, Huck, here is the other entrance, said Tom. Yes, the wonderful thing is that Tom was the only one who could find that small entrance which opened to the river. Yes, here is the other entrance, other side of the cave. Yes, it is very small, a small entrance, a very small entrance. Tom and Huck went into the cave through the small entrance. They went into the cave. They were careful and used the long string to help them. They were very careful not to lose the way, not getting lost in between all these tunnels, rooms, etc., etc. So they used a string not to lose the way. Tom suddenly stopped. You see, next page and said, I saw Injun Joe here. It is here that I saw Injun Joe. His ghost is probably here too. His ghost also might be here now. Oh, see, let us go now. His ghost isn't here. There is no chance that his ghost might be here. Why? It is probably at the other entrance. Yes, it is not the main entrance. Backside a small entrance was there, which nobody knows. And I have found it out. Yes, in such a way, I am the hero. If at all his ghost is here, it might be at the other end of the cave or other side of the cave. Yes, well, all right, but let us hurry. No wasting time, said Huck. Tom looked around slowly and then cried, look, here's a cross. Yes, that is it. That was the signal by which they could find the treasure, because they heard Injun Joey talking with that Spanish man, that they would hide it under the cross, and they have found the cross. Yes, okay, you are right, it is a cross, said Huck. Let us dig under the cross. Yes, let us dig under the cross to find the treasure. They dug and dug and dug and dug. Finally, they found a small room. There, under that, they found a small room. There was a small bed, some old candles, and a few bottles. And there was the treasure box. Yes, they really found the treasure box there. They opened it and saw the gold and silver coins. The gold and silver coins they really found. And they have found the treasure and they have become rich. Yes, that is a story. So they have found the treasure and they have become heroes. We are rich, Tom. We are rich. Oh, Tom, we are rich. This is wonderful. Yes, really wonderful. I always knew it, said Tom. I knew one day I would become rich. I knew. Now, let us take our treasure and leave. Yes, let us take the treasure and leave the place. They followed the long string and were soon out of the cave. Yes, that is our story. At the end, Tom was able to find the treasure and they were able to get rid of the villain also. Not directly but indirectly. Okay. The two boys took their treasure to Aunt Polly's house. The huge amount of gold coins they took to Aunt Polly's house. A lot of people in St. Petersburg saw the boys and the treasure. A lot of people assembled there. They saw the boys and the treasure. They followed them to Aunt Polly's house. Aunt Polly was surprised to see the boys and all the people. She was quite surprised to see the treasure and all the people. Tom, what is in that old box? She asked. Tom opened the treasure box. Everyone was amazed, surprised, wonderstruck and thunderstruck. They couldn't believe the boys could bring such a huge amount of gold coins. They looked at all the silver and gold coins. There was around $1 lakh worth $1 lakh. During those time, 1 lakh means at present it may be thousands of crores. Okay, na? Yes, lakhs and lakhs. So much valuable, invaluable. Tom told his long story about Injun Joe and the treasure. The story is going to be over because Tom narrated all what happened, how he was able to meet Injun Joe in the cave. Later on, Tom with Huck went to the cave and dug and found the treasure. The story is narrated and everybody was surprised. Yes. Okay. See, it was great. It was a great story and the people listened with their eyes wide open. It was a great story, wonderful story, adventurous story. Adventures of Tom Sawyer, adventurous story. Yes, and everybody listened with wide opened eyes. Okay, their eyes wide open. Now Tom and Huck were rich and famous. They were rich as well as famous also in St. Petersburg. Huck was adopted by the kind widow Douglas. Huck was actually an orphan, though his father was still alive. He was a drunkard. He never took care of him, etc. and etc. Okay, he was adopted by widow Douglas. You know why it is so? Is it not so? Yes, we saw in the last chapter. Huck did not like this idea. Actually, he did not like, a disciplined life. Because he felt it would curb all his freedom. Curb means curtail. Curtail means control or limit or prevent. His freedom would be lost. Yes, he was afraid that living with widow Douglas and being adopted by her, his freedom would be lost. Yes, because he felt it would curb all his freedom. Yes, his freedom would be gone. But Tom assured Huck that no such thing would happen. Tom assured him that, don't worry, nothing of that sort would happen. Thus, both the friends were very happy. In that way, they were both very happy. This is an abridged version. You see, simplified and cut short for sake of children to study. Okay, the real novel is a huge novel. It shows the insight of the author into the children's psychology. You can write it as part of introduction or a conclusion also. Of course, you have to write one essay. Essay brings 8 marks. The first paragraph you should mention the name of the author and the novel. Okay, now? And you should mention it is a pen name. Yes, Mark Twain is a pen name. You should mention that. Okay, now? First paragraph, 3 sentences should be there. Go through textbook, all the details are there. 3 sentences should be, about the author and the novel. Okay, you can mention that Tom Sawyer, Adventures of Tom Sawyer as well as Adventures of Huckleberry Finn shows the Mark Twain's deep insight into children's psychology. Yes, you can mention that. Okay, now the first paragraph should be introduction. Then you should write the essay, ending with a small conclusion of 2 sentences. So it should be 1.5 pages. 8 marks, 1.5 pages, not less, not more. I repeat once again, first paragraph should be an introduction about the author and about the novel. 3 sentences enough. Okay, and essays will be asked from the essays given at the end of your novel in the textbook. I will tell you the page number, I take page number 132. 6 essays are given there, not 8. Last textbook it was 8. Okay, now it is 6. So questions will be asked from these only. Okay, now? So you study those essays, especially the first 2-3. Among all, character sketch is very important. Most probably you will have a question. Write the character sketch of Tom Sawyer. Very often asked, it will be asked again. Because he is a hero. All the activities are done by him. So study that very thoroughly with no mistakes. Okay, now? You can write down and prepare yourself. Some character sketches given in the textbook itself, go through them and study character sketch of Tom Sawyer. Then Injun Joe, your second question, is it not so? What is the part played by Injun Joe in the life of Tom Sawyer? That's a character sketch of Injun Joe. Okay, these 2 are the most important ones in all these essays given there. You can study all, prepare all the answers. One will be asked. Of course, even if you don't study all 8, no problem, because 3 questions are given, you know it, and only 1 will you have to answer. 1 will be answered. You need to answer only 1. Okay, now? So 1 paragraph answer, 5 questions, 1 sentence each, 5 sentences enough, it will bring you 5 marks. So 14 paragraph answers are given there at the end of the textbook. Questions are there, answer key is there. Without key you can find the answers by going through the textbook once again and write those paragraph answers in the notebook. Then you will be thorough. See, 1 word gone wrong, 1 mark will be lost. Be very careful about these paragraph answers, because you may find it very easy, no problem, but at the end when you go to the exam hall in the end of March or even April, it may be prolonged because of corona and all, syllabus not covered, other subjects too, so exam may be delayed. So at the end you may forget some of the incidents happened here. So you write down those paragraph answers in the notebook and prepare 3-4 essays. You will surely you will get good marks. Okay, now? Here comes the end of our novel, Adventures of Tom Sawyer. Okay, now? Watch the video once again, go through the lessons. If there is any doubt, let me know, I will clarify.